and geeks. This is the Roosterbat Show. I am Dave Gadina. In studio we have
Mom.
and
Hi there.
AM. We're coming into your ears from Panda Dog Studios, located in Bakersfield, California. We are live, loud, and free every Thursday night Pacific time, and you guys are doing amazing. So let's start off with how is our weekend this week?
This week was busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened this week.
Okay.
It was the last week of school for us. Today was the last day.
All
We're
right.
done for the summer.
You excited about being done, Abs?
Yeah, that.
Cool. So this week we're gonna have a special guest, and he's gonna call in a little bit later. His name is Danny Spanks. He's with the SafeFurr Place Animal Rescue. So I'm kind of really cool about that. But if we don't have anything else, I mean, for me, I had a really interesting story. Like, as I'm a motorcycle rider, and so when I talk to different motorcycle heads and stuff like that, I usually like cheer them on. Hey, how you doing? This and that. Well, today, like, I saw a motorcycle head and I was like, hey, what's going on? What's up? Like, get it, girl.
Mm-hmm.
And took off the helmet. It wasn't a girl. Yeah. So that was fun. I thought that was kind of,
You humiliated yourself and you loved it?
yeah, I mean, it just, you never know who you're talking to, so don't assume gender. That's all I can think about that. Anyway, going into LGBT news, Harry Potter, the star Daniel Radcliffe posted a lengthy post on Monday to a series of controversial anti-trans tweets by J.K. Rowling, the writer of the Harry Potter novels, on Saturday. Remarks that were condemned by the LGBT media advocacy organization GLAAD as inaccurate and cruel.
Yeah,
so
she made some
pretty
crappy remarks.
Yeah. So Daniel Radcliffe, part of the thing. Oh, transgender women are women. So
he kind of just like shut her down.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome because Harry Potter fan world is pretty gay.
Pretty gay. Pretty
Yeah.
gay. I can confirm. Pretty gay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crappy for the person who wrote the books to be phobic.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'm pretty sure she is only transphobic, not homophobic.
Well,
I'm not exactly sure about that though.
And there's a community, right? The thing is, you don't go against a community. Just
support them all.
Support them. I mean, they're already going through enough. You don't need to go through and make it worse. Emma Watson also breaks her silence on the J.K. Rowling anti-trans tweets and sends a powerful message to the trans community. So all I can say is the Harry Potter community has their protectors, and Harry Potter.
And now there's no author. It's weird.
And Hermione. Yeah, well, you don't need to write any more books, right? So, yeah, all I can say is, I'm glad that GLAAD was there, and GLAAD is the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation. So,
yeah,
I'm also glad that Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson joined forces against her. Also in LGBT news, today is the 4-year anniversary on the Orlando, Florida One Pulse nightclub event, where a LGBT nightclub was shot at and
several lives were lost. 49.
Multiple lives were lost. So we want to remember the day. And hopefully it brings change to people's hearts. Before we get Danny on the line, we're gonna watch a little YouTube video of the stray dog. Danny is part of the adoption efforts and rescue efforts of stray animals, and I'm really excited to talk to him. But
he's Bakersfield's animal hero.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's get this. There we go. I'll just switch that over. And we're going to watch this, and then you guys can listen for the audio.
Here you go. He was in the neighborhood, wandering around. He was clearly a lost dog. No one was able to get close to him. I had gone out trying to find him. I started tossing him treats, and if I backed off, he would come and get the treat. But if I got too close, he was up and he was gone.
Some water. You can have some. It's okay.
We kept on doing that day after day.
Come here, good boy. You remember me? How's a good boy doing?
I was able to get close enough to have him take treats from out of my hand.
That's it. Good boy.
I had heard that Francis would run around with another loose dog in the neighborhood. One night, lo and behold, there's Francis running around with his big tan dog.
I know you're not mean.
So I've named this dog Francis. And this is his big tan friend.
So that's when I first saw Howard. I found out that Howard's owners left him behind.
Okay.
I tried to call Francis over, and
Good boy.
Howard came as well. Howard didn't like me at first. Fortunately, with a nice, delicious treat, he wound up warming up to me even faster than Francis did.
That's a good. Hi, partner.
Sit. Good boy. Good boy.
I was able to give Howard a scratch behind the ears and under the chin.
And you're a good boy too, Francis.
It was almost like Francis got jealous. And then the next thing you know, Francis is right next to me and I'm able to give him scratches and pets. That gave me such a boost of confidence that, okay, one way or another, we're going to get Francis safe.
Come here.
I walked over to my car and I threw a piece of cheeseburger in there, and Howard just jumped up right into my car.
What a good boy you are.
I tried to do the same thing with Francis. Francis didn't want anything to do with it. The thought was, if you have a chance to rescue a dog, then you take that chance. I drove Howard back to my house. The plan was that I would come back the next day with Howard and try again with Francis, but it wound up never getting to that point. I come out the next morning to see how Howard is doing, and in my driveway, I see Francis, and I can't believe it.
Good boy. You want to go see your friend?
He tracked Howard to my house several blocks away. He was still afraid of the leash, and for that first day, he basically stayed in my driveway. The second day, he decided he wanted to come inside the yard.
Here he is, roaming the yard. Here's his friend, Howard, in his kennel. If I have a leash, he will not let me do this. If I have a leash, he will take off. Good boy. What's Francis doing? What's Francis doing? What's Francis doing? How's a good boy? How's a good boy?
On the third day, I was able to get him into a kennel, actually with Howard.
Howard. Francis. You good boys?
In a perfect world, I would love to have Francis and Howard adopted together, but in our area, it's very hard to find homes for large dogs. Francis, we had an opportunity recently to have him transported to a much larger rescue organization. Francis is going to be an amazing dog for someone. Howard, he's still here in Bakersfield and available for adoption through SafeFurr Place Animal Rescue.
Who doesn't pull on a leash at all? I know, you're so talkative.
Howard wouldn't have been rescued without Francis, and Francis wouldn't have been rescued without Howard. So they kind of saved each other. I was just lucky enough to be in there somewhere.
Good boy, Francis. Good boy.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Hello, it's Danny.
Hey, Danny, how we doing?
Doing all right.
We just watched the video from the Dodo that you have posted, almost 1 million views currently on YouTube, and we wanted to chat with you and see how you're doing.
I'm doing all right. Yeah, thanks for checking out the video.
Absolutely. Now, you are one of the members of the SafeFurr Place Animal Rescue. How did you get started in that?
What's that? Repeat the question.
Oh, I was asking, how did you get started in that?
Well, I became a member of SafeFurr Place in 2017. SafeFurr Place was founded in 2012, but in 2017, the lady that founded it, she was moving her life in a different direction, family life and stuff like that. And so my coworker, Sheila, she was already a member of a SafeFurr Place, and she asked myself and also a lady named Casey if we wanted to join up with her and continue SafeFurr Place. And so it's been the three of us ever since 2017. And so that's how I first got involved with SafeFurr Place. Prior to that, I've been, volunteering my time and, doing videos from Kern County Animal Services on Fruitvale here in Bakersfield and trying to help those dogs get out of the shelter. And at the time I was working in radio, and so I would, do the videos of, dogs at the county shelter and post them on the radio station's, websites and along with, those things, just, trying to, help dogs in our area and community. When I, had the chance, if I came across one or saw one that, somebody was having a hard time catching, just, doing what I could to try to, help them out. So I guess I been involved in animal rescue for about 5 or 6 years now.
Wow.
And it's my number one passion. So when you have success stories like, Francis and Howard, it really it fuels up your gas tank and keeps you going.
Oh, absolutely. Now, Francis went to a larger organization. Is that correct?
Yeah, fantastic rescue up in the Bay Area called Milo Foundation.
Okay.
They're a great organization. They find wonderful homes for the dogs, there. Many, dogs from Kern County have been, transferred, up to Milo, shelter dogs, and also, some rescue dogs, here locally, when we have an opportunity, which was, the case with Francis. Milo is a much larger organization, and the Bay Area is a much bigger area. And, so when we had a chance to send, Francis there and hopefully get him, into his forever home, faster, that's an opportunity that we thought was in, Francis' best interest.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool that you found an organization that can relocate him into a larger breed safe haven, basically.
Yeah, and that was a big factor, as I think it mentioned in the video here in Bakersfield and Kern County. It can be really, really challenging, to find a great home for just one dog. And so, when you have these two dogs that were rescued together, finding one home for both those dogs can be really, really difficult. And so that's, one of the reasons why, we, decided to, take that opportunity to send them up to Milo, to hopefully give both of them a chance to find a home quicker.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, how is Howard doing?
Howard's doing great.
that was another factor, as far as, separating, the two of them, which is that they're great dogs on their own. I know that, because of the video and the way that they were rescued and everything, it feels like they're best friends and they're best buddies and they belong together. And, they're definitely very good friends, and they had a lot of good times together. But the great thing about both dogs, Francis and Howard, is they get along with every dog. They get along with every dog that they meet. So,
That's awesome.
Like if you look on our, SafeFurr Place, we have a YouTube channel that you can look up, and on various videos of other rescue dogs, you'll see an appearance from Howard with another dog. You'll see Francis with another dog. It's clear that they make new doggy friends really, really easily. So even though initially it might have been a little bit a little bit rough for Francis. We stayed in touch with Milo, and he has other dogs up there at that rescue that he plays with and he's made friends with. So, they're both doing okay.
That's amazing. Now I see that you have a couple huskies, kitties, a beautiful pit bull, and you're looking for fosters currently.
Yeah, rescue organizations, like us, we're foster based. We don't have like a building or one location where all the dogs are at. The dogs go to either my house or Sheila's house or Casey's house, and then when we're out of room, we're out of room, and so that's where fosters come in, very very handy. It helps us help more animals and get more animals either off the streets or keep them out of the shelter. And also, shelter dogs as well, because we're very involved with that, both with, Kern County Animal Services and also the city of Bakersfield when they have, time from time when they have animals that are out of time or, need some help, need to be rescued, then, we're able to, step up every once in a while. And, having fosters, makes that process a lot easier and allows us to do a lot more.
And I'm looking on your Facebook. It looks like you have a couple events coming up. You have a dog adoption spooktacular. Is the nearest events coming up? Or do you have anything coming up sooner than that?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that spooktacular thing. I'm not. Might want to check the date on that.
Oh, okay.
But
it does say past events. It doesn't say anything upcoming. My apologies on that.
So yeah, we don't have with everything going on in the world today with quarantines and public gatherings and stuff like that. Thankfully that stuff's slowly starting to happen again. But there was nothing like that on deck right now. Yeah,
I know. Like our local animal shelter just barely opened up this last Monday. How's that affected you guys?
Oh, the local shelter, being not being there as an option.
Yeah,
it's definitely, not just us, but everybody in the rescue community here in Bakersfield and Kern County, all the other rescues and just members of the public, not having that option, it just makes it made it really, really difficult. And I'm sure it's the case with everybody that tries to help animals and in need, if they're on the streets or whatever, and you need to get them someplace safe, not having the shelter, I'm sure there are many times.
Well, I mean,
to kind of cross their fingers and hope for the best.
Yeah, and then the other aspect of it is, how are you guys I'm assuming that this wasn't downtime for you. You had still puppies that you guys were rescuing or kittens, and I'm assuming that you had to find homes. How did that whole process during this pandemic work out for you guys?
Well, I guess the good thing, if you want to call it that, about rescue organization is that we're not required to someone says can you help this dog, if we're full, we're able to say we're full. And, that has been the case a few times. What we try to do is to provide information on other rescue organizations in Bakersfield and Kern County, and give people as many options as they can. To answer your question, how's it affected us? It's just been, it's been, difficult to take on additional animals because we're full.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I was more kind of like, how are you guys adopting out during this time, or how is taking care and relocating a pet to a new home?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the recent adoptions that we've had. The most recent one that I was involved with was Petunia. She was a pit bull rescued over on the east side on Flower Street, and we were able to go through that adoption process. We were all parties concerned were safe with sanitizing their hands and social distancing and stuff like that. But fortunately, because we're not really a high volume rescue, is we don't have a ton of dogs. We don't have, it's not like we're in a situation where, every day or every week there's, a dog being adopted. So we were fortunate actually to, have a dog adopted during, that time. And also there's a couple other dogs that we rescued and that we were able to put on transports to, larger organizations in other parts of the state. So that's where a couple of the dogs we've rescued have gone to over the last couple of weeks.
Okay. Now, for people that don't know how rescues work, can you just give us a basic breakdown of what a rescue does? Because I know a lot of people, they'll see somebody over at a Petco and they're like, oh, these dogs, are $200, but why are they so expensive? Or, why is it costing this much money for a dog? Blah 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 blah. We hear this all the time, and I know plenty of rescues that hear this. Can you break it down why rescues, what they do, and for the most uninformed individual?
Well, yeah, I mean, rescue organizations have basically no income. Their income is based on people, on charity, on people just voluntarily donating. So, funds to, take care of animals, whether it's just the basic stuff like, grooming and feeding and, things like that, that costs money every single day. And then when you have, vet bills and, immunizations and microchips and spays and neuters, and if you have dogs that have, medical needs, and they have to go to the vet and they get them, fixed up and get them healthy, all those things, cost money. And, without the public, we don't have any money. And, the adoption, and as far as the adoption fee, that's, one of the ways that, rescue organizations generate money. It's not by any stretch of the imagination the top way that rescue organizations make money. In our situation, if we adopt a dog for, $150, $200, even $300, it's pretty much breaking even at the amount of money we've put into that dog. But one of the good things, and somebody else from the rescue community kind of explained it this way, which is when you adopt from one of our local animal shelters, and they're wonderful dogs, and 99.9% of them are wonderful dogs that would make a fantastic pet. But sometimes they can be a little more challenging. Maybe you have to be a little more patient because there are certain things maybe about that dog that you don't necessarily know. Whereas with a rescue organization, if they're a quality organization and do their work, they're going to know these basic things about the dog that are going to, help you make an informed decision on, getting the right pet for you. As far as whether the dog's housebroken or not, or whether it's dog aggressive or cat aggressive, or how does it get along with, children? What's the energy level of the dog? Is it more of a couch potato? Just this, a lot of information about, the dog that the rescue organization will have to help you make an informed decision and set you up, both you and the dog, for success. If it's going to be a quality, a good match, a long-term match. And one of the other things that rescue organizations do, which is very important, is background and home checks to make sure that just because you want a dog, we need to make sure that it's a dog that is going to work for you. For example, if you spend if you intend on having your dog in your backyard while you're at work and you have a 3-foot fence that the dog can hop over, we're probably not going to adopt a dog to you because it'd be very easy for that dog to get loose. Yeah. Or if, you work, 16-hour shifts or whatever it is, and you're not going to have the time required for, a particular dog that maybe, needs a lot of exercise or play or supervision or whatever it is, we want to make sure that, that's one of the important things about background check, is making sure that the pet and the family or the individual match. And, so all this stuff, it requires time, it requires money. And, going back to your original question, that's, the adoption fees are, one of the ways, they do help to generate income. And because income is hard to find. They're very, 99% of rescue organizations, how profitable it is, and they're all going to tell you, man, we're not breaking even or just barely breaking even. It's very, rescue organizations that are actually, profitable. They're rare. They're out there, but they're rare.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I completely understand that. Right now, it looks like you have a fundraiser on SafeFurr Place on Facebook for Addie's fundraisers.
I'm not sure if it's there. Then it's there. Is it for a kitty cat?
It says Addie's fundraiser for SafeFurr Place Animal Rescue. It doesn't say which animal.
Well, I know that we're always posting, fundraisers on Facebook, and sometimes there are people that, start their own fundraisers for us, which we super appreciate. So as far as the one you're speaking of directly, I that isn't coming top of mind for me. Okay. But I know that there's been a couple of little kittens that, our rescue partner, Sheila, has taken in, and one of the little black and white ones she just took in, and it needed to go to the vet, and it was in really bad shape. And so I believe she has a fundraiser going for that.
And that's the one that's called her, the little girl, Lucky? Is that the one you're calling Lucky?
Might be. I'd have to take a look. Sheila's the one that we have this policy of Sheila names the ones that she rescues, and I name the ones that I rescue, and Casey rescues the one that she rescues. So yeah. And I think that was a more recent one. So as far as the name right off the top of my head, I'm not 100% sure.
All right. Now, what's the best way to donate to SafeFurr Place?
Well, we're on, we have PayPal, we have Venmo, and we have Cash App, and you can also, mail us a donation. That information is available on our website, and on our Facebook page. You can also, I believe we have a link to donate on our Facebook page.
Yep.
And if you go to our YouTube channel, in the description of whatever video you click on, if you click on the description for the video, there should be a section there that has all those options.
Okay.
As far as making a donation.
Sweet. Is there anything else you want to tell the community out here?
I think the one thing that I will say the same thing I always say. Two things. Number one, it doesn't matter what you do, just do something. If you're listening to my voice right now, if you're listening to David's voice right now, if you care about animals, just do something. Maybe it's making a donation. Maybe it's volunteering your time. Maybe it's rescuing an animal. Maybe it's just sharing a post on Facebook. But everybody can do something, so just do something. Other than that, I would say spay and neuter your pets, collar tag, microchip. If everybody would spay and neuter their pets and get a collar tag, microchip, the pet situation we have in Bakersfield could be greatly, greatly reduced. Sweet.
Now, we actually get a lot of our listeners outside of Bakersfield, too. Anything you want to say to them?
I'll go back. You know what? No matter where you're at, both those things apply.
Yep.
Spay, neuter your pets. Make sure they have IDs, so if they get lost, they can get back home to you. And if you care, just do something. Whether it's big, whether it's small, just do something. And I also say that applies to not just animals. It doesn't have to be an animal-related cause. There's so many things in our world and in our country that need help and that need to be addressed. So whether it's veterans or the poor or children or the elderly or whatever it is that you care about, be the person that makes a difference.
I like it. Now, where can everybody find you at? What's the best place that they can locate you and help donate to the cause?
Well, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at Danny Spanks. That's me personally, and our rescue organization. Same thing. We're available on all those places. And the thing with our rescue, and it's a great name, but it's also a lousy name.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because we have a funky spelling. So for our rescue, it's a SafeFurr Place, but it's spelled, SafeFurr is spelled SafeFurr. So it's SafeFurr with two R's, but it's one word, SafeFurr Place. See how hard it is to explain?
Yeah, I get it. Like when I was looking it up, that was one of the things I was trying to type out. I thought I was misspelling it, but clearly.
No, it's one of those punny names, which is it's cute until you have to explain it to someone like yourself of like, so what's the name of your rescue? Well, let me spell it out for you.
Yeah.
So
SafeFurr Place, and you can find that on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Sweet. Yep. Danny, I really appreciate you coming on. Thank you for. Oh, one more last thing. How did the Dodo find you guys? How did that come about?
It was through our YouTube channel, and so I'm not. I guess somebody from the Dodo subscribed to our channel at some point. I guess kind of early on, because we had posted some just completely raw footage of the dog Mama, who was also featured on the Dodo, and but before we had rescued her, we had just posted some raw footage of the dog, just at 2 subscribers to let them know that this is something we're working on, the dog we're trying to rescue. And the Dodo, somebody from the Dodo, I believe his name is John, great guy named John from the Dodo. I think he stumbled upon it and he reached out and said, "Hey, this is a compelling story. We'd like to follow this." And so we kept in touch with John from the Dodo. And once we got Mama rescued and everything, we sent them all the footage that we used for our video as well, and they put their thing together. And through that experience, another gentleman that works at the Dodo named Russell, he wanted to do the feature on Howard and Francis, and so it was the same thing. We sent him the footage that we used to make our YouTube video, and they used that video and made what you see on the Dodo, and in both those situations, they also had an interview with me where they asked me some questions about it, and they inserted that as well. So, but yeah, it was just a matter of I guess they found it on YouTube.
That's so cool. Well, I'm glad they found it, because I mean that's pretty amazing. I'm seeing almost 1 million views just on the Dodo's on theirs, and it looks like they do give you guys credit in here as well.
Yeah, we've been completely blown away by the support. I mean, I posted about it on Facebook where it's like I never thought that I would be featured on the Dodo. I mean, it's not about me, obviously, it's about the dog, but still being involved with the dog whose story was compelling enough to be featured on the Dodo. I never thought that would happen, and now we've had 2 of those with the Mama story and also the Howard and Francis story, and but yeah, I mean with the Mama video, the one we posted on our YouTube channel, that was the one that really took off, and it's got that video has over 2 million views at this point just on YouTube.
That's outstanding.
And thanks to people discovering that video, they discovered some of our older videos about some of the other dogs that we've rescued, and those videos are starting to do well as well. So it's just, we've been super, super fortunate and lucky, and so we're just very, very grateful, and most of all happy that it gives us an opportunity to keep on doing what we're doing and keep on telling these stories, and hopefully making a difference short term and long term.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you coming on, Danny. We'll let you get to some coffee and maybe some cigarettes, and so you can be able to have a good night.
All right. Thank you so much for having me on, David. You have a good night as well.
All right. Thank you very much, Danny.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, wow. That's amazing. And, many rescues do need help out there. Not all of them have funding. So if you know of a rescue and you want to help out the rescue, by all means, please do. Support your local rescue. They definitely need help. You guys ready for a game?
Yeah.
All right. So today's game is pretty complicated. You guys don't actually have to choose the same answers. I have you guys split screened. So we will have both you guys going at the same time. Today's game is called Are You More Like Abu from Aladdin or Olaf from Frozen? Okay, now I'm just going to guess this one. I think Abs is more like Abu and Mom is more like Olaf.
I don't think so.
I'm offended. We have
the opposite.
I know. That's why I said the opposite.
Oh, okay.
You.
Okay, we're going to start off. Okay, hold on. Let me go over the rules. As always, I'm going to ask you the question, give you the options, and then from there, you'll make a decision.
Blue.
Okay, what is your favorite color?
Blue.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, or white?
Blue.
Both you. Okay, so that's what I thought. See?
Oh.
Okay. Choose a photo of a beach. You have one that has a nice little sunset. We got one with a palm tree and a sailboat. One with a stair step coming down to it, and like a Pensacola looking.
I like the sunset one.
Okay, so sunset for you, Pensacola for you. All right.
I didn't want Pensacola. I wanted the boardwalk one.
Oh, yeah, that's what I just selected. Sorry about that. Yeah. All right. Choose an ice cream. We have, it looks like a chocolate lava.
Yeah.
Both you guys?
Yep.
Okay.
Chocolate is life.
All right. Okay, choose a waterfall that is most.
I'm just kidding.
Choose a waterfall that is like
you
you
don't have your
most?
microphone on.
Oh, I don't.
No.
You don't. I turned it off. You turned it off, Mom.
Can you turn it on now?
How's that?
Yeah, much
Yeah,
better.
now we can hear you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, technicals. Okay, so choose a waterfall that is
Those all
that
give me
you like the
anxiety.
most. Okay, so we have one
That looks the
that.
best to me.
Okay, let's describe this. What do we have? Like a. It's
Big drop to your death.
yeah. Okay.
A blue drop to your death.
It looks like there's like a
long drop
patio.
to your death.
Okay. We got like a patio near a waterfall. A lot of greenery. We got one that has a nightfall with a big drop and a rock cliff.
That's a lot of description. Can we just say up, down, left, right?
No,
I want the purple one on the right.
because there's audio listeners, and audio listeners is for most of my listeners, so I have to describe
That's
it.
true.
We have one with a single stream that looks like urine, and
That's why I said
going
I need to
through
use the restroom.
it has a nice pass bridge with some yellow flowering, yellow leaves.
Not nice. Bridges are terrifying.
Okay. We have another one.
That's mine.
It has multiple little streams. It looks like they're similar to like the kind that you see in like the Avatar with rocks behind it, mountains
I
behind
kind
it.
of like that one the most.
This
too.
one? Are we both choosing the same?
Yeah, it
The
doesn't
bottom
look
one?
like a big drop to our death, though.
That's exactly why I chose it.
Okay, so no drops to the death. All right,
Choose
choose an apple.
Green apple.
Hang on. We have a golden red apple, a red apple, a green apple, and a wrong apple.
Benjamin Wong, not wrong.
Well.
Oh, that's by the photos by them.
Yeah. So this is a.
So it looks like up on the very top. Does it tell you what it is?
I don't see a description
It really
other
depends because a lot of apples look alike, but they are so different.
than.
I would like the green apple. Those are my favorite apples.
You like the green apple?
That's Am's favorite. Mine is a Honeycrisp, which I think is the bottom.
I think that's bottom corner.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're gonna choose a pool photo. We have one with like two cabana umbrellas.
I don't even see the pool in that one.
I don't see a pool either. We have a nice one over here. This is a.
That one's like tropical.
Yeah, you got
on the
tropical.
edge
You
of
got
a
sand
ocean.
beach right there. You have
I can't see it.
It's like a resort.
I can't see all the details.
okay. You got two palm
What
leaves
hurt?
right there, and a cactus in the center.
I do not want to go swimming with a cactus.
You have another one that has a like a right on the porch.
That one looks like the
It
Bahamas.
has like a one. Yeah, you can see the Bahamas. I'm pretty sure that's a waterfall type pool, and then you have a standstill pool on the side of a mountain.
I like none of these.
Okay,
I'm
but
gonna agree, but I'll take the Bahama one if I have to choose.
this one,
Nope.
this one.
Yes.
Okay.
I would have to take the very top one because we can't see that one.
Okay, that one has.
Way to be
You can see
different.
like there's some patio equipment right there, some lounging chairs. So you're choosing this one, right?
I would want a pool
Mm-hmm.
that's just normal.
A normal pool.
Yeah, like the one you usually see in people's backyards.
Well, that's kind of like this one on the very bottom corner.
But that one's on a mountain, and I'm terrified of heights.
Fair enough. So you want to go with this one then?
Yes.
Okay. And
I
that
like
one.
the.
Okay, which ocean do you like the most? This
Yes.
one's kind of like a beautiful, like rippled ocean coming in, small waves, and this other one has a sun glow, on it. Very calm, very peaceful, and makes me want to go to sleep.
I like blue tones more, so I like that one.
This one right
I
here.
like the.
That one's got
I
pink
like
and
both of them.
Okay, but you have to choose one.
I like both of them equally.
Okay.
Eeny, meeny,
So.
eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its
Uh huh.
in the hard go. Eeny, meeny,
I
miny, mo.
know.
This is a different kind of BuzzFeed one because it has nothing to do with
I landed
or
on
Olaf.
the pink and purple one.
Okay, you plan on that one. All right. choose
kind
which
of
couch
forgot.
you like. You have a nice gray
I like
couch
the
with
gray
some
one.
teal pillows, a center pillow with the ottoman, and you have
Or a leather couch.
or a leather couch that kind of reminds you of the 70s.
Yeah, which one do you think I'm picking?
Gray.
Nope.
70s.
You're choosing
70s.
both.
I love the 70s.
No, not both 70s. I like the gray one better, but that I was guessing Mom's.
Okay, so you want to choose this gray one?
Yes.
Okay.
You guessed I was 70s?
Yes.
Okay,
Why?
and finally,
Is it because I'm a hippie?
choose which pasta looks best to you. Okay,
I don't like
this
hold,
is
hold
my
on.
downfall.
This one looks like a shrimp casserole type pasta. Now we have a like wheelchair accessible pasta, spaghetti, a shrimp.
That looks like, that one looks bomb.
This one right here with the cherry tomatoes.
I would
and
eat the heck out of that.
I would
It's
eat
like
the
shrimp
spaghetti.
and
this
I
one
don't
right
like
margarita
spaghetti.
shrimp.
Okay. Which one looks best to you?
Spaghetti, but I don't like spaghetti, but the spaghetti looks
So-
the best.
So, Mom, you're going with
The shrimp
the
and
shrimp?
margarita.
Okay.
Yes, I
Abs
am
is Olaf.
Oh, you guys both got Olaf.
Oh crap.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
You guys
You-
both.
Love to talk.
Love
Like
to
a
talk.
lot. Everyone loves how outgoing and funny you are. That's true.
Uh-huh,
We do
yeah.
love that about you. There's honestly no one as lovable and cute as you. You are Olaf.
You are Olaf.
Okay, I am not.
And you love
I'm not lovable
warm.
and cute. I'm
you are.
I am unlovable and terrifying.
Disagree.
Terrifying.
I am terrifying.
You're terrified?
No.
Fine.
The only thing terrifying about you is your Snakey, and he's gentle and sweet.
He's sassy.
He is
So
sassy.
did you guys both expect to be Olaf?
I
No.
expected to be Abu, but I tend to like Aladdin more than most Disney, so that's why I chose Abu.
Yeah. And this quiz right here, I honestly expected to see, which Disney character you like the best, but
Yeah.
it wasn't that in this one.
Threw me out too, because you can't really that's definitely gonna be Abu,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I guess is good.
Well, so let's see. You guys both Olaf. You guys both love warm hugs. Why don't you guys just go ahead?
Ew.
Not
Hugs.
true. I'm not a hug person. The only people I like hugging are my kids and my husband.
We both responded
sometimes-
with you. Hugs.
Yeah. I think I might be your parent.
Really? I didn't know that.
You didn't. You're just finding this out.
Yeah. How come
Oh.
you didn't tell me that?
It's interesting. I'm glad you figured it out finally. Okay.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay.
Cute and weird.
If you like what you hear, you can support us. How do you support us? Abs, go.
I don't know.
Okay. Abs, you get a quarter if you figure it out.
Give us a quarter.
Give us a quarter. Go.
And you get the behind the scenes pre and post show?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yes. You
I'm
can.
looking at snakes, Dad.
Okay, but that's not helpful when we're doing a podcast, child. If you like what you hear, you can
Snakes.
support us on patreon.com/roosterbat. Give us a quarter. That's all we're asking for. 1 quarter, 1 week, and you get behind the scenes, post, pre, and exclusive shows, monthly video chats, as well as become part of the family and enter our private Discord. You want to know where you guys get? That's what you get. Go to patreon.com/roosterbat for all the cool stuff. Also, you want to add stuff to our stories. We know this. You want to tell us how great we're doing and how much we suck. We get it. You can do both of those things.
I don't want to hear how much I suck.
I like
Please
it.
tell me how much I suck.
You can do it by emailing us at mail@roosterbatshow.com.
You know it does suck.
What's that?
Vacuums.
Yep, that's true. Once again, that's mail@roosterbatshow.com. Feel free to ask us questions, find out how we're doing, and more. Keep up to date with everything we have going on at roosterbatshow.com. And we will do our best to make sure that you guys know exactly when we're coming back. We're going to keep you guys up to date on our Discord, YouTube channel, and so forth and so on.
Up to date. Ow.
You guys, we also want to thank you. We really appreciate Danny Spanks coming on the air today. We had a couple people watching on Twitch. We really appreciate you guys watching on Twitch. Thank you very much. And then all the support and love we get out there each and every week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are almost out.
Bum, 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 bum. 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 Did I ever tell you about that time last year when my people got startled by a great big deer and I stood my ground and gave that deer what for?
All right, we're out. Oh, dude, my Facebook has been going crazy. Mama, I love you.
Love you.
These photos came out really well.
Why do they look so orange on here? I don't want to see this. That hurts my eyes.
Okay.
Your screen is not calibrated.
No, they're not.
Oh, Jesus. It's like Oompa Loompa.
I don't have a monitor screen.
A monitor screen?
Yeah, all these are just regular TVs. So, it's gonna be. Oh. Dum 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 dum. I can follow myself. No, I'm unable to follow this user. Last week's episode was pretty emotional. This one a little bit more fun. Oh man.
You know how like when you're on the phone and having a conversation with someone, I have to be in a completely different area from you?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was tonight.
Yeah.
I am not good at listening to people's conversations. It feels awkward. You guys did great, but I had to remove myself.
I understand that. I mean I get it. Just.
I know. I think the best thing I could, I don't know, I feel like I'm invading.
Yeah. I don't know. The whole point was to have you on there so that way you can ask questions too if you wanted to. But I also get it, like, you know.
I'm not a phone person. Like 90% of the day, I avoid phone calls at all costs.
Yeah.
I don't like talking on the phone. But I think it was pretty cool to do. I'm not knocking it. I'm just not the person to do that.
I think we learned a lot too, though.
Huh?
I think we learned a lot.
Think we learned a lot?
I think we learned a lot. Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it.
Sorry. I can't wear headphones very long either.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see what we got going on. All right, let's see. Check out the analytics on this one. I don't know where. Oh, where 8K. Oh, there it is. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh. Okay. So our top refer is the roosterbatshow.com. Not bad. Most of our listeners are listening on an iPhone.
Cool.
We should make an iPhone app. I think that's kind of cool. All right, what should we name the show tonight? What?
Don't ask me questions.
I would say, I would call it interviewing a, I don't know. I'm so literal when it comes to things like this that it's hard to be creative. I can be creative with knitting and crochet and
Yeah.
photography, but when it comes down to like this part, I'm way too literal.
I get that. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what we're gonna name the show tonight. It was kind of a shorter show.
Chatting with Danny from I can't remember the full name.
SafeFurr Place Animal Rescue.
Because that'll be good SEO for them and as well.
Yep.
Be mindful of your mic.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
I know you're in a mic and you're doing noise filler with humming and stuff.
Yeah.
And it can be annoying.
All right. That's gonna call it Glad to be in a safer place. How about that?
Yeah.
That way it combines everything that we talked about today. What's up, chat? How you guys doing? You want to call in? 512 Rooster. Chat. Okay, who is going right now? Drink Kids Gaming. Everybody else seems to be offline. Okay. Okay, so we have and we are losing people, which is fine. There's some
infectious, comes so naturally. It's like I'm lost inside your ecstasy, wondering if we could be in heaven. We make our reality. I've never known a life like this, a stranger's kiss, the sweet attraction. I've never known a love like this, forbidden bliss, consumed in action. I've never known a life like this, a stranger's kiss, the sweet attraction. I've never known a love like this, forbidden bliss. I'm yours, be home. Take me home. Take me home. Hold me in your heaven. I won't forget the thrill of it all. Take me home. Take me home. Bend over backwards and over again. I'm jumping through hoops, so you don't have to. Making you smile as long as I can. Storm clouds are coming, and it's best if you prepare. But if we get tomorrow, I promise I can try. Give you love to borrow, if just to get us by. And sometime when you're ready, soften up the blow. Our love was never made to last, and I don't wanna give you back to hold on to.
I want to call it a night, babe.
To hold on to. To hold on to. Too many takers, not enough give. I let you hear music